And since we don't have Dila, Janice, will you step up again
Sure.
to be the ringmaster?
Sure. Shall I crack the whip?
What happened to me? I'm
Yes,
sorry,
Kim.
guys. Something
Where
happened
are
to
you?
me. Yeah, you know
Where
what?
are
I was
you?
messing about with this thing this mouse that seems to not work when I'm on with you.
Well, I
And
guess you and
You're
Mike had
back.
something in
You're
common.
back.
You're back. You're back. Okay, so shall we start?
Sure.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Walcott.
Okay.
I think that's good because I think he was last time, and I think it's
I
good to.
was busy this week with other things. I only have a couple of things here.
Well, last week I called him Walden.
Well, it'll do. I've been called so many different things I can't tell you.
Well, me
So
too.
anyway, here's the thing about this. I okay.
That's great.
I came across this, and I was wondering for amusement what I might be able to make out of it, and this was what I made out of it. So,
Fabulous.
what do you think?
It's a
I
Mars.
think it's great.
It's a Mars landscape.
I don't know.
Abstract.
Walcott, the original that you showed reminds me of this guy called William Eggleston. Does anyone know this guy, William Eggleston?
I know the name, yeah.
Yeah, he pioneered like ordinary scenes in color, which was apparently very novel. No one had ever done color photography. And this so much reminds me of the kind of thing he would do. This one, not the one you processed.
Yeah.
This one. This
Well,
is a William Eggleston.
I thought it would be an interesting sort of challenge or something to see if I could make something out of this. I'd regard this as so much bric-a-brac. This is, that's like going dumpster diving in my album. And this was what I came up with. Yeah. But anyway, I've got one more here, and that's about it. It's another store window. Looking in, it's a great picture of a big central column.
Right. I think
Some kind of a store.
It has so many circles and.
It looks like they're selling pottery or something.
Okay,
yeah,
pottery store.
Something like that. I don't know what I don't know what they were selling. It may have been something else, and that's all decoration. I'm not sure.
Yeah, could have been the plants.
I think that's a good use of a filter.
Yes,
I think that's effective.
Yes.
I like the mottling. I mean, the gray and I like that.
I do too.
Texture, I guess it's called, isn't it? Isn't that what it's called? The texture, the black and white and the texturing.
Yeah, both of these filters I hadn't used before. And the filters are just, to me, they're incredible. And I'm having fun messing around with them.
That's great.
Sort of a toy, Anyway, that's
that dopamine. It's that dopamine. When you have something new, your brain kind of lights up, and it's the dopamine rush.
Has fun with it, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I do that kind of thing. It's really exhilarating to get something and then make it into something entirely different.
Yeah, it's that dopamine thing.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a
interesting.
So next up is Ted.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have something?
Yeah.
I didn't ask if everybody had something. I'm just calling names.
I do at the moment.
Okay.
Okay, you see my black screen?
Yep.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting shot, Ted.
Yeah, that's the best one I've done all year, actually.
Yeah, black cat at midnight.
Black on black. Yeah.
There you go. Well, I just finished a still life that I'm going to put into the show because the next show is about food.
Yes.
And I had to do a still life for the workshop anyway. And I've been adding things onto my still lifes now to make them more interesting. So here's the original drawing.
Wow.
Spider. This is the
Spider.
summer spiders for me. So
I think that adds a whole lot to the
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I do
oh,
too.
yeah.
and a different idea.
Yeah.
Right.
my kitchen is like that.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Yeah,
It is fabulous.
that's
I like the
great.
colors.
Locking it in.
Did a super job there.
That was the next stage. And then the last stage is finished.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's great.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
really great.
interesting.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Really interesting.
Will catch attention, you know. And by the way, I'm not joking about spiders in my kitchen. They're everywhere.
Oh,
They're
I don't
everywhere.
know why. I don't know why this summer there are more spiders than ever.
Well, they'll get them
Funny, what are these humans doing in our house here?
Yeah, spiders are our friends. They get the mosquitoes and bugs.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Agreed.
I try to hang on to a spider if I've got one around.
Spiders aren't my friend.
Yeah, this is beautiful. This is really, really nice.
This
Yeah.
is the
Yeah.
first dip deck.
Unusual brown on the
Yes.
edges.
How did you get
You
the
don't use that
shadows?
very much.
That's the sort of asymmetry of it is lots of fun, interesting.
It's not asymmetrical. The left and the right are different, but they're close enough that they work.
Yeah, but it's
Right.
not a circle. What I mean is it's not a circle. It's
No,
you
no.
know, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Okay. All
Ted,
right.
how did you get it to jump off the screens, off the paper, so that you have the shadows as if it were off the paper? How did you do that?
This is a special effect in Photoshop. It's called painting. And you use a special effect that makes it look like it's hand painted.
No, I wasn't referring to that. I
No,
was
she's talking about the
referring
shadow.
Oh,
to
this.
the shadow. Can you see the shadow, guys? Can you see
Yeah.
the shadow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
If it's off, there you go. Now there's no shadow.
There's the shadow.
Oh, you put the shadow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Good idea.
that's clever.
That's amazing.
That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
And another one here.
Mhm.
That's lovely.
All right.
It takes the picture right off the wall.
Yeah, that's right. It
Mhm.
really does. I think that's a great idea. I mean, I've never even thought of that.
Well, that's the way I visualize it. These things will hang away from the wall.
Yes, of course.
I love these colors.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
And I think
Yeah.
like textures added.
Yes.
Yes.
Love
I'm
it.
trying to be very careful with the textures, not to do too much.
Ted, do you consider this? Remember, I once asked you what your medium was. I mean, it seems to me your medium this is digital art. Would you say this is
It
digital art?
is
Or would you not?
digital, yes.
Well, did you get the email that I sent to Bob Anila about Sotheby's now sells digital art?
No, I didn't get, well, maybe I did. I don't remember.
And I CC'd you because it can be sold as what's called an NFT, a non-fungible token, which means you're buying the image. You don't have to ship huge frames to Sotheby's. You just send the image.
Ah,
So if you look at the emails, I'll resend it to you. I'll
okay. I
resend it to you.
appreciate it.
Because
really
I found it very interesting because I was thinking, this is you do digital art. That's what they're looking for.
Wow.
Digital images.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
please.
I said wow, and I didn't hear from you. Yeah, I'll send it again. I'll resend it, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ted, do you consider this a
Now, the only
set?
thing is,
Would you sell one of them, or do you want to keep all three together?
Yeah, they'd have to be together.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah,
no,
I agree.
Yeah, I wouldn't separate it.
no.
Oh, yeah.
Right. That's the whole thing. But Ted, I'll just send it to you and you can consider it. The only thing is, it's a little complex because I don't think they accept artists. you
You
know,
mean they accept galleries
well, or a collector.
or collectors?
In other words, or through the Plastic Club.
All right.
Well, the reason I say the Plastic Club is, let's say your work gets bid up to say $5,000. Well, that's going to be $5,000 on your taxes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right. Yeah.
So if it wins,
I'll take it.
I don't know. I'm actually just very confused myself. But I thought of you because you do literally digital art.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, my last piece, I usually don't steal from other artists, but I did this time because I couldn't get past it. So are you there, Mike?
Yes.
Yeah, I hope you'll forgive me for this, but here it is.
That's great. I love it. I love it.
I couldn't pass it up.
That's great.
I really
That was
liked what you
clever.
did in the
Very good, Ted.
Well, I'll send it to you by email.
Thank you. Yes, please do.
Oh, that's
Please
great.
do. That's funny. That's funny.
Well-
That's my kind of humor. That's funny.
Thank you, Ted.
You're welcome.
Let's go to
Thanks, Ted.
Don.
I'm sorry, I don't have anything tonight.
Oh, okay. Me neither.
Nice of you to join us, so we love
Yeah.
to see you.
Kim? Kim, are you
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
ready?
ready. I'm ready.
and
Now,
willing,
Ted,
able?
yeah. Ted said he didn't like to steal from other people. Well, tonight I've only stolen from other people. So I don't have your. Now look, I'm just going to bang this because it just seems to suddenly. Here we go. See, here we go. Now I can do this. You see? Here we go. Now I'm on with you. Okay, guys, this one is influenced by Damien Hirst. So I will tell you why and how. So this is I am testing out, just like Walcott is, I'm testing out new style transfers because my lovely neuralstyle.art has gone broke.
Oh.
So let me tell you what this really is, okay? I was taking a walk this last Friday when it was absolutely gorgeous. I was early for a lunch appointment. So I was wandering around the little town, and this is a crabapple tree, and it's a branch of a crabapple tree, okay? These little things are crab apples. Now, how did I steal, or who did I steal from? I stole from Damien Hirst because 2 years ago, he produced which I didn't realize at the time, a massive canvas of spring blossoms. Maybe you've seen it. It covers the entire wall of the Tate. I didn't realize it was that massive because it looked to me like this, only cover the whole wall. And so that made me see trees in a different way when they had things on them, like I did a spring blossom thing. I never showed it to you. It didn't look like Damien Hirst, so I didn't show it to you. But I've been looking at trees in a different way, not just as trees that are very beautiful, but rather looking at, if they have things on them, like in this case, crab apples. And in the sun, it really struck me. So I did this.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's
Very nice.
very, very nice.
Right.
Thank you.
And I like how you broke up the background too.
Yeah.
At the top it's darker.
Yeah.
And it's got a texture.
Well, you can work on those different things with pressing all those levers.
Even though it's busy, it's still very pleasing to the eye.
I keep seeing little people in there.
Uh-oh.
This is here today.
Yeah, this is not Doris.
Not Doris.
This is Kim.
This is
it was such a fabulous day. It was just, we'd had rain. I told you last week we had rain. And then we had the first sunny day and it wasn't humid. It was in the morning. It was absolutely great. Anyway, this is Damien Hirst comes to New Milford. Okie dokie. So now we go to a whole different shot. And again, I'm only experimenting. I'm not saying, hey, this is great. I'm just saying I'm experimenting. And I'm not channeling anyone. This is double hibiscus.
Oh,
Mm.
Nice.
oh, now you have that popping off the wall,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, but not like
Oh.
Ted's.
right.
That's fantastic.
That's really, really nice. Really.
Process.
I can see looking down at two dancers.
Hmm.
I see a bird.
I see a
Yeah,
bird. I
yeah.
see two birds.
Oh, yes, I do too.
Two birds.
A
Aha.
Rorschach. This is a Rorschach. Well, you know what? Last summer, I just did pink because it was the summer of pink. It was that Barbie movie, and I only did coneflowers. So this summer, I'm doing really different things. I'm doing pom-poms and hibiscus. So this is hibiscus. Okay,
Yes.
this is hibiscus.
I like the background too. It's very.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Well, as I say, this is new style transfer for me, and I'm just kind of experimenting.
Well,
Now, Ted just said he didn't steal from other people. This is a crib from Sarah, which I've shown you before. But I took a tip from Sarah last week, who put things in black and white. Remember what Alden said? Color is everything, but black and white is more.
Yes.
So this is the thing that I did before that had all that color that it even confused me. It had maroon, maroon, maroon. It was very confusing. So I thought maybe if I make it black and white, where you can clearly see the woman and the photograph, it wouldn't be so overpowering. So Sarah, this is dedicated to you, but
Oh,
obviously
I love it. Yes.
yours is 1,000 times better. But I did get the idea from you because I wasn't totally satisfied with what I showed before. It was just
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's
too
beautiful.
much.
Yeah, it's a good
Yes.
shot.
It's a
Yeah.
collage.
Well, it
Mhm.
looks like a collage. It's actually a window. I was coming back from Penn Med and I saw it on Pine Street. And I thought, oh, that's a Sarah. I'm going to take it. When I showed it to you before, it had too much color. It had so much color. You probably even didn't see the lady and the photograph. So being influenced by Sarah, I thought, well, why don't I just make it black and white? In fact, I woke up in the night and I thought, let me do that. Let me try that. And I think it works actually.
Oh, it's, yeah.
It does. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For me, it does.
I have to start stealing from people.
Oh,
Yes, you do.
yeah.
Yes, you do. I'm very bold about it. I mean,
Yeah.
my whole career is stealing, actually.
Oh,
But I do give attribution, you have to admit.
Yes.
But that's your creative journey too.
Yeah,
You're not
exactly. I learn from other artists.
well, artists are-
So, okay, my final one.
Yeah.
My final thing, I'm not going to say that it's poor old Don again, because I think he gets insulted with what I put up.
No, I don't.
So I was influenced by Don, okay? I'm not going to say I'm copying him because he would not approve of it. But again, it's the pom-pom season, and I love pom-poms, but how many pom-poms can you do? So this is a pom-pom, colored pom-pom.
Beautiful.
Oh, really
Mm.
nice.
That's
Beautiful.
nice.
Yeah, beautiful.
Your things remind me of Mardi Gras today. I don't know why.
I
Yes.
knew.
Mm.
No, you're right. You're right, Ted. I was going to apologize for all the color. That's why I put in the black and white, because I thought you all might just explode.
How
Uh,
much paint?
this-
Does anybody see the monster in there?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Well, it might be
Now that you
monstrous.
mention it.
Yeah, actually, two of them actually.
Oh my Lord.
One in the center upper and
Mhm.
one on the lower edge looking down.
ah,
You see?
Okay,
See
fair
that
enough.
one
If you
yet.
say
Yeah,
so.
but it's
I
great.
don't
you
see
know.
it, but
Oh, I
I
think
don't
I do.
Me either.
I do see a monkey getting on an elevator though.
Oh, that's the one I was going to show.
Oh,
Okay, I think there's a little giddiness here. I think I probably gave you too much color and it made you all go
Well,
giddy.
That's
let
great.
me say, your
Makes you
first
think.
and your last were very strong. Show us your crab apple, and this is, yeah, that and
Crab apple. Yeah, it's the best.
yes.
yeah,
Which one?
Very good too.
With this.
This one or this
they're
one?
both excellent.
Very nice.
Yeah, they really are.
I
Yeah,
like
I like.
fades on the bottom too.
Yeah, you have to keep looking at them.
So, Don, do you see your own work here, or am I,
Well, I like that it does look
out
like
of
paint
line?
strokes. And it's very
Well,
painted.
what I learned from Don is that you can actually just use a white background. You don't
Yes,
have to.
that's what I was thinking it
And
was.
really,
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
I learned. And then you can put the floral just right in the center, and that's what Don does. Only he paints his, and mine is all photographed. And I'm very happy to do the pom-poms this year and not the cone flowers.
Right. You don't have to fill the page.
Right, exactly.
Okay, thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you, Kim.
And where are we going now?
Keep up the
Mike.
work. Keep up the work.
Okay.
Mike.
Okay, yeah, Sarah's going to show one for you, for me. One of mine, one I had fun with.
Mike, you've gone dark on us.
Huh?
Is your room really dark?
Is Sarah there?
Yes.
Sarah's there.
Yeah.
She's trying.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
concentrating. I'm
Okay.
concentrating. Leave me alone.
Okay.
I knew I smelled something.
Yeah, every time I touch it,
Oh,
no, that's
strange.
not it. Ignore that.
I
Ignore
like
that.
that. I like that.
I have to
really
take that
do.
down. I have to take that
Oh,
down.
geez, I like that.
I have to start
I like
over.
it too.
I like that. Minimal.
Yeah,
Yes,
if you can't get it, Sarah, I'll get over it someday.
I think we better stick with Sarah tonight.
Leave me alone, please, everybody. Just let me do this.
All right, we got the black screen.
There we go.
Ah.
Bruce Willis.
Oh,
And he's off the floor too. Superman's just
yeah,
Yeah.
suspended.
Definitely your humor, for sure.
It's outing the secret identities.
Right. Yeah,
Except it's the opposite.
right.
Bruce Wayne is Batman. The secret is Batman. Superman is Clark Kent. The secret is Superman. So they're not quite identical.
Right. They're reversing.
I think that Superman is the guy on the left, but the guy writing the graffiti is not Superman. He's Batman.
Yeah, that's supposed to be Batman there.
Yeah, that is Batman.
Revealing Superman's identity.
Right.
Oh, okay, I see.
Batman has a spray can, and Superman's got his X-ray vision that he's
Right.
Oh,
Right.
I like the
standing a foot off the ground.
yes.
Right.
Right. Just having some fun.
Very
Yeah.
clever.
Yeah, we like your fun.
That's funny.
Okay.
Yeah, this was a while ago, right, Mike?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, this one was. It actually started with just the image on the left. And that was the whole picture, just the one on the left. So I flipped it, put it on the right, and then painted in using all the bricks and added a picture that I found of Batman, added that and added the, the printing on the right to make it a corner.
That's cool.
Cool.
Very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah. It gives me a chance to play with Photoshop, which I really enjoy.
Hmm.
It is fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
people
is. It
extraordinary
is.
outcomes from Photoshop.
Yeah. Being a portrait photographer, you don't have that kind of freedom. All you can do is make people look better.
Yeah, right.
But here you can do whatever you want. It's great.
Yeah, you can make people
Tuesday.
look horrible.
Yeah, yeah. Well, sometimes you don't have to try.
Yeah.
The whole trick is to shoot into the corner of the nose, especially with a woman. If you put your camera where you're shooting into the point of the nose, you'll make a friend
Oh,
because it'll straighten it, it'll shorten it. That's the whole trick to being a portrait photographer.
Point
to
the
know.
camera at the tip of the nose.
Yes, and take the angle so that you're shooting right into it. That way, even if the nose, in other words, if they're facing you and the nose goes to the left, you should be on the right of them. Get down lower, shoot up into the point of the nose, and it will straighten the nose and take away any imperfections just by shooting at that angle.
wow.
Good.
Yeah, it works.
That.
You're using the optics, and it should be like on a 35 millimeter camera, it should be like a 100 millimeter lens, something that will compress.
Cool. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, wedding photographer's secret.
The secret is out.
What's that? Yeah, the secret is out, but
remember, this is being recorded.
I know. That's right.
And of course, the whole world is going to look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, but nobody who I took pictures of is old enough to have a memory of me, so it's okay.
Oh,
Shall I take you
All
down? Huh?
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Mike,
Sarah,
and thanks,
Sarah,
Sarah.
since
Oh,
you're
yeah.
there,
Thanks.
Sarah, are
Thanks.
you up for following your
Oh,
husband?
yeah. Yeah.
Actually faded out.
Well, there's been a lot of technology today, and I went back to hands-on with paper and scissors and glue
Good.
And Mike showed me he had a beautiful tissue box that he was going to throw away. And I said, oh my God, I must have that tissue box. And so I just lost everything again. I'm sorry. So with the tissue box, here was the tissue box.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nice.
familiar. Yeah.
And you can see why I couldn't resist this tissue box.
Sure.
yeah, it's a nice design, really.
So I wanted to make some cards to send. I've been sending some cards to a friend who's having a tough time. So this was the first from the tissue box.
Ooh.
It's not great photography, but this is somewhat what it looks like.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the way it photographed, but this is one of them.
Cool.
And
that's the cover of the card.
Yes, that's the cover of the card.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's a nice card. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I did some pressing. First, I painted it with acrylic paint, and then I did some pressing to get those lines on the back. Mm-hmm. And then because I wanted to make an interesting cover, my friend was an art teacher for many years in the Philadelphia School District, and I'm sending her art, but
good.
She's going through a tough time, and I think she's enjoying my mailings and my notes.
Oh, I'm
She
sure
is.
she is.
Yeah.
She is a
Yeah.
friend since second grade, so you know what kind of friendship that
Oh,
is.
Yeah.
I do. I do.
So I have one more. Well, actually, I'll show you this.
Oh,
I did a black and white and the other one, but these are all card covers.
They're all cutouts.
What's your background?
Yes. And again, I first painted the cover with acrylic paint, and then I made the lines with pressing the card paper on something, and so I was really hands-on today. I think it was therapeutic, and I enjoyed it. But with the goal of sending her a few, like once a week, I send her a card.
that's great.
Great idea.
In fact, last time I sent, well, I won't even tell you about that. But so she was a teacher her whole life, an art teacher. And this actually was just one of the cards before I did any of the gluing.
Right. Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like the lines.
I mean, I like
Yeah,
the lines
sure.
in the background. And thank you for telling us how you did it.
Yeah.
Well, if you remember, the Plastic Club had these Zooms where you could watch and learn about pressing, and so I would peel the paper off of an acrylic crayon, and then get a shape, get something to lay it on, and then rub the crayon across it, and that's how I made those lines.
Nice. Very nice.
They're
And
so straight. They're so perfect.
well, what I was using was something that had straight lines on it, and then I would go ziggy zaggy, so it was in different directions too, but straight. And that's what I started with the cards. And so I had a productive morning today.
That's great.
No technology today.
Yay! I mean, how interesting.
Right.
Thank you.
We should
Thank
have
you,
Good
Sarah.
job.
we should have one day a week that's a day without technology. We just
Yeah.
don't-
Yeah.
Ooh, I think the world would go nuts.
And Sarah, that's a nice thing you're doing for your friends.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's the kind of thing Janice does stuff like that all the time, and
No, I don't.
it's sweet.
Not anymore. I have no time. Technology has stolen it from me. Okay,
Yes.
Bob, how about you?
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been busy. I don't have any of my work, but I have one thing that I want to share from the news. This is, remember that Iceland volcano? I don't know if
Yes.
you followed it.
Yes.
Anyway, this is a view from someone whose home is near the Iceland volcano.
Wow.
And it really caught my eye.
Yeah.
And I'm sharing it, but it's not my work. It's from the news. Yeah.
Oh,
Amazing, yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Wonder what the cat is thinking.
Yeah.
Someone said the cat is thinking, so the world is ending. I wonder if there'll be food.
Right. Right.
Why doesn't she pack me up and get me out of this house?
Yeah.
hope there's an open window somewhere.
Right.
I don't know. There's just so much going on in that image that I thought I'd share it, but it's
Yeah.
not my work.
Sure.
And I don't think it's by a professional photographer. I think it's a amateur. But that's all I have
Well,
for now.
Interesting. Interesting.
And I'll have some stuff. I know I said that there's going to be no art news, but let me. I do have something for art news.
I have something for art news also.
oh, good.
All right.
Dennis, are you showing tonight?
No,
Oh, okay.
I already, when Don said that he didn't have anything, I said, me neither.
Oh,
Whoa.
Listening to him saying he had nothing, and then you sneaked that in by us. We didn't pick up on it.
you could have shown us your cartoons. You've done a few in the last couple of weeks.
You know what? I can't even remember them. My mind has been blown lately.
Yeah, do you know what? I feel the same way, Janice. Seriously, I do.
When you're going someplace, you get preoccupied with all the details.
Exactly.
Well, that's part of it, but in my case, I go to order something online that I've done before, and it's worked perfectly. This time it doesn't.
Yep.
Right.
Over and over and over again. I just can't stand it.
Yeah. That happened to us. I was getting food ordered and it was working out great. And a couple times, and then the last time it just got all messed up, and that's it. We're going to the market tomorrow.
Well, that's nicer than doing it online anyway.
Yeah.
It's just walking for me right now is difficult.
Yeah. Well,
Okay. Have we all gone?
Yeah, where
All
are we?
I will do my substitute art news, and then
And then Sarah has
Sarah
something.
has art news, and then okay. What I've done for art news is I thought I'd share some of my process. Remember that in my serious work, what I do is I overlay one image on another. And so these are some of the images that I have been collecting for, lunch meets, football emblems.
Oh,
That's
look at
really
that.
nice.
This would be a foreground piece. I mean, I use those sort of matrices as background. This would be a foreground piece. It is a Visigoth pin from Spain, and the Visigoths. Yeah, I read about their history. They didn't survive.
You can't get over the prices on these ice creams. 50 cents, 40 cents.
Yeah.
yeah.
And here's another. This is a foreground image. It's so strong.
Wow.
But so typically the way I work is I put together let's see. I can't do it right now. But anyway, that's my substitute for art news. I thought I'd give a little bit
Interesting.
of insight into my method.
Yeah.
Sarah?
Okay. I may have this is kind of like art news, but it's art news to everyone here. I have a friend who came to study in Philadelphia, and her name was Sarovi, and her name is Sarovi, and she came to study and then worked for 2 years, and we had offices next to each other. And she was a wonderful young lady, and we became, when you're next door to somebody, we became close. And so I've been looking over some things from Sri Lanka, and I wanted to show you. Well, first of all, I'll show you their national flower, which is the blue.
Ooh.
The blue water lily, and it was named the national flower in 1986, and it stands for truth, purity, and discipline. And I like that. Truth, purity, and discipline. And that's their national flower, which I think is quite beautiful.
Oh, yes.
It is.
I've never seen blue ones.
Yeah, beautiful.
That's a beautiful picture. Yeah.
Well, there's much more story to it, but I didn't want to gather all the information. And she's a lovely young lady. She now has 2 teenage daughters, and I met her mother, came to Philly to visit with her, and we're like a family now.
That's great.
And so I wanted to. I have a couple more here. The art in Sri Lanka, I wanted to show, first of all, one of the artistic flowers that they do over there. And this is one. I don't have the name of the artist, but I really like this.
King in a room, you know. It's big.
And I'll bring up another one. And what I find, it's so interesting to realize different things from faraway lands that, you know, we're so caught up in our own culture and our own this, that, and the other thing. And so having Sarovi as a friend has helped me to reach much further out than I would ever have before her, I think.
Terrific.
I love this one.
Those are beautiful pieces, you know.
Yes, they are.
I love
They
the
really
red
are.
background. That red background is just wonderful texture.
It's not just red, it has many flavors.
Yeah, it's a textured mottled, I suppose. I don't know what you. But I think I really like it.
I have trouble recognizing the medium. You know, like the lines inside are like an ink drawing. Interesting image.
Yeah, I thought so. Yes, that looks like a tree behind it almost, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I think what I'm going to do is get some more things from Sarovi, and I'll show them again maybe, because they have, you know, it's very far away and it's a very little country, but they have an amazing culture there, although there's a lot of danger, and they have a lot of art and different, you know, just like what we have here, you know, every type of art. So I'm going to get some more things from her and share them with you. But that's all for tonight.
Sure.
Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, thanks a lot.
I'd like to add something.
Mike is typically in darkness.
In case you don't know it, if you go on YouTube and you put in art exhibitions, you can see these big art exhibitions from all over the world, in Japan, in Europe, and everywhere. So you get a nice universal idea about what artists are doing all over
That's a
the
good
world.
idea. That's a good idea, Ted. I usually put in art auctions, but art exhibitions might be also very good.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Not
All
for
right,
me.
it's 7:54. We're leaving early. We hope
It's
Neela's
summer.
okay. And good night, everybody.
Hey, have a
Good
nice
Night,
night.
everybody.
Have a good time, everyone. I mean, Bob.
Yeah,
Jen.
yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. And good
Thank you.
crabbing, good crabbing.
I was too lazy to put my lamp on.
Was that
So
what it is?
that's me waving.
Oh.
Oh,